This must be Madame Julie's exclusive logo. Is this straw? The suitcase isn't locked.
Straw? Hey, Nikki! Remember that celebrity, Juliet? Didn't those PCs say Madame Julie was born from her straw coat?
Right! I heard Madame Julie wears a straw coat now too, and it really suits her. The exclusive logo, plus the straw on the back of the suitcase. It seems this really is Madame Julie's suitcase. She went all the way to Sichia, yet the surface of the suitcase is still so clean. Even the handle is polished. Madame Julie must have really cherished this.
And now it's being used to carry... Ugh! That killer! They're horrible!
It's a shame there are no more clues about the killer. The suitcase wasn't locked, so anyone could have opened it. Which means... anyone could be the culprit. Is this from Madame Julie's journal? Jenny said that Madame Julie left without a word to find a fragrance worthy of the Ripple Estate soiree. This journal seems to confirm that.
It seems she was a very spontaneous lady, so I guess it's not surprising she'd suddenly leave. But since she decided to return to the abandoned district, does that mean she found the formula she was after?
Maybe. It says here that she got some good news unexpectedly. But something's not right. In the second to last entry, Madame Julie said something was a little painful and stopped writing. I'm worried she might have gotten injured, or maybe even sick. Whatever happened, I have a feeling it's connected to this case of the scraps in the suitcase.
That would make sense. Nikki, did you find anything else?
I did. Madame Julie never wrote down the latest formula. I'm not sure if she wrote it down somewhere else or brought a sample with her. In any case, we haven't found any related evidence. Could the person who attacked Madame Julie have been after that formula?
Ha! Detective Nikki and her incredible sidekick have done it again. What happened before Madame Julie returned to the abandoned district? It's all coming together. But there aren't even any obvious traces at the scene. Whoa! Nikki, could we be dealing with one of those professional assassins from the comic books? The really nasty ones?
Don't worry, Momo. Whoever they are, if we work with Jenny and the others, I know we'll catch them. Killing a lovely old lady like her in the peaceful abandoned district. It's terrifying. Who knows what they'll do next? We can't just let them get away with this. The PCs of the abandoned district made this to welcome Madame Julie. She was so beloved here. If they knew what happened to her, everyone would be heartbroken.
How could this happen?
Oh, Fanny Packy, are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. This old scrap of fabric's just got to keep it together right now. Nikki, are you here to help the investigation? Feel free to ask anything you want. I'll tell you anything I know.
Great. In that case, can I ask what happened before and after you saw Madame Julie today?
Early this morning, I took the Special Express to Golden Fields and waited for Madame Julie. Between her return and the preparations for the Ripple Estate soiree, some pretty big things are happening in the abandoned district. I just had to handle the route myself. She was her usual spontaneous self. Her letter to Jenny only mentioned the day she was getting into town, not the time. But I wasn't in a hurry. I was happy to wait. When she arrived, she seemed pretty happy. She spent some time admiring the welcome signs everyone made for her, then she chatted with me for a while before she got on the train.
Was she traveling alone?
Yes, she didn't tell anyone she was going on this long trip. She went all by herself. She was alone when she got back, too. And that suitcase she was carrying, it was the very same one. The train was called Julie's Special Express, and no other PCs were allowed on board. I was driving in the front, and she was the only passenger. I even offered to drive in reverse to get to the Ripple Estate in one stop. But Miss Julie said it had been a long time since she'd been back and wanted to enjoy the scenery, so she told me not to worry about it. So I followed the usual route, took a slow tour around the abandoned district, and then stopped at the Ripple Estate.
Did you hear any unusual sounds or see anything out of the ordinary along the way?
No, and the sound of the steam whistle probably would have covered it up. I didn't hear anything. The water was as calm as usual.
I see. That's all for now. Thank you, old Fanny Packy. I'm so sorry this happened.
All right. I'll leave the investigation to you.
It seems like there are no other clues in the train car. Momo, let's tell Jenny what we found first.
The golden age may end, but the soul of sexy never fades. That's what you always said. But how could the abandoned district's most charming soul take her final bow like this?
Jenny, are you feeling better?
Nikki, I'm sorry for my behavior, and for putting this investigation on you.
I understand. You and Madame Julie were close friends for so long. This must be so hard. But we finished investigating.
Thank you. That suitcase is so important. I had Pommy take it back to the manor for safekeeping. But I kept this photo, just in case we missed any evidence. Did you happen to find anything?
The killer was careful and didn't leave any evidence behind. But I have some theories. According to old Fanny Packy's testimony, Julie boarded an empty train, but was somehow murdered before it stopped. The killer must have come from the water and snuck on board, then escaped afterwards. For some reason, they put Madame Julie's fabric inside the suitcase and sent it on to the Ripple Estate. And there's one thing I'm really worried about. The suitcase is really clean, practically spotless, apart from the straw from Madame Julie's coat.
But Nikki, the crime happened inside the train car, didn't it? It's pretty clean in there anyway.
That's a good point. Wait, there's something else. There's no way Madame Julie would travel so far without taking any luggage with her. But when you opened the suitcase earlier, there was only the fabric inside. What could have happened to everything inside the suitcase?
That is strange. Madame Julie always valued her quality of life. She even made sure to regularly clean her suitcase with one wash fresh detergent. I'm sure she'd have packed a lot when she traveled.
Nikki, are you saying you think the killer stole everything out of Madame Julie's suitcase?
Yes, based on what she wrote in her journal, the suitcase had the Van der Rippels formula. Madame Julie went to Sicia to find the missing component, and I would assume she found something if she came back.
But we didn't find anything.
Speaking of Van der Rippels, that does remind me of something. Yesterday, Charlie discovered that one of Madame Julie's journals had gone missing. There wasn't anything really important inside of it, but the thief might have thought it contained records related to Von der Ripples, so they stole it.
That makes sense. So it looks like the stolen journal and the suitcase containing the scraps are probably connected to each other.
Yes. So, Nikki, I have a difficult request. I'd like to commission you... No, I would like to sincerely request that you help investigate the case of the stolen journal. I will assign some reliable members of staff to investigate the surface of the water to retrace some of the killer's steps. But Ripple Estate is short on hands, and I cannot let too many PCs know that our Julie was murdered.
I understand. I may not have known Madame Julie, but I know how important she was to everyone here. And that awful killer needs to be brought to justice. I'd love to help.
On behalf of all of the Ripple Estate, thank you. Charlie knows more details about the stolen journal case. She's at the entrance to the Ripple Estate comforting everyone. I suggest you talk to Charlie first. May the Silver Gale be with you.
Small flower breathes in rose, the dreaming child with secrets glows.
Have no fear. We've no fear.
He said that Madame Julie isn't coming back, and the bad guy hides in the shadows with a huge pair of scissors.
This is truly despicable slander. It must be from that blabbermouth of a columnist. I'll warn him. The Ripple Estate soiree will not tolerate his rumors.
Don't worry. It's okay. Those words are just meant to scare you. Pay them no mind. See for yourself. There isn't anything lurking in the shadows. Even if there is, it's nothing we can't handle. Let's go take a look together, shall we?
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Leora. Thank you for calming the child down. We've just learned that a guest has been spreading some irresponsible rumors.
It's nothing. The Ripple Estate soiree is finally back. Many PCs have come, nostalgic for the good old days. With so much attention, these things are bound to happen. This grand scene, it's such a rare sight even in Sicia. Thank you so much. Speaking of which, how many guests are here from Sicia?
Besides you, 3 others have arrived at the estate so far. Something wrong, Miss Leora? Do you need them for something?
It's nothing. I just wanted to check. I'm sorry, I'll stop bothering you. Let's go.
Charlie, who was that guest just now?
That's Miss Leora from Sicia. She works for a theater troupe as a backstage crew member. She's actually more than just a guest here. After folks heard about the Ripple Estate soiree, she took the initiative to contact Jenny. She wanted to work behind the scenes for the event.
In that case, she must be very interested in any news concerning the Ripple Estate soiree and Julie. She probably knows a bit about the estate's layout, too.
What's wrong, Miss Nikki?
Well, Jenny asked me to investigate the case of Julie's missing journal. She thinks it might be related to Julie's murder.
Ah, it sounds like Jenny has already told you. Indeed, at a time like this, I don't know who better to trust than yourself and Mr. Momo. Now that this terrible thing has happened, we're short on hands and don't even know where to start investigating. Thank you for all your help in this difficult time, Miss Nikki.
I understand. I also can't imagine who would hold a grudge against a PC as kind and respectable as Madame Julie. Hopefully, the case of the stolen journal can give us a clue.
The journal was stolen on the very day before Julie's Special Express arrived. Lately, Pommy and I have been taking turns patrolling around the estate to maintain order. I take the day shift while Pommy takes the night shift. That day, I ended up switching my shift with Pommy's because, well, it's a bit embarrassing to say, but I spent the whole previous night showing a friend around the estate and just didn't have the energy to patrol the next day. The day and night patrol routes are different, with different points of focus. I asked Pommy for advice beforehand and noted down the key things to watch out for on the night shift. But around 9 o'clock that night, when I was patrolling around the savoring garden, I found to my surprise that one of the most important items, Madame Julie's journal, had gone missing. I made sure to search the area, confirmed it had been taken, and reported it back to Jenny.
What does the journal look like? We'll help keep an eye out for it when we're looking around.
It's a red notebook. Oh, when I was showing my friend around that night, we took a photo near the savoring garden. Miss Nikki, look! You see that red journal sitting there with the other things, don't you?
It seems the journal hadn't been stolen yet when Pommy was on patrol the night before. Charlie, do you have any suspects?
Her private journal was always kept there. Much like the rest of Madame Julie's personal items, no one would touch it or even give it a second thought, really. I hate to be suspicious of our guests, I really do. But to have all of this happening right now when the Ripple Estate is full of new faces, it just seems a little too convenient to me.
Yes. If a PC from the abandoned district wanted to commit the crime, they would have had other opportunities and wouldn't have to risk being discovered by a patrolling PC. Visitors, on the other hand. But I know it's not good to jump to conclusions without solid evidence. Charlie, I'd like to go see the place in the photo. Is that all right?
Of course. The savoring garden is just over there, on the stone tree platform. Please forgive me for not being able to accompany you. I have to calm everyone down and stop too many rumors from spreading. I just can't seem to get away right now.
I understand, Charlie. I will bring you the truth and catch that killer. Don't you worry.
And I'll always be Great Detective Nikki's right hand.
Thank you both so much. Pommy should be patrolling around that area. If you run into any trouble, be sure to go find him.
Be extinguished, all of you, for this era's tragic end. Julie, Juliet, in your eternal slumber, let me write your eulogy.
Ah, Mr. Leon, stop it. Please stop.
The whisper of truth has been carried to my ears by Tommy, and you, Julie's followers. Why do you hide secrets in your berries?
Huh? That columnist is spouting nonsense to everyone again. He's got a bigger mouth than the ant bird outside my house. Don't you believe a word he says?
What are you all doing?
Alas, thankfully, friends with proper etiquette have arrived to mourn the fall of a shining star. Since you pursue her glory as well, you must have also seen me burning alongside her on the stage. This vessel cursed by drama is Mr. Center Stage, Leon!
Leon. Oh, I think I saw that name in the newspaper that Tommy sold Sheldon. He co-starred in a play with Juliet.
So even Tommy can't forget me. Figures. Even a gossip reporter has no choice but to let my name roll off their tongue. You must be referring to As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom. In that performance, I portrayed a silent patrolman, but I still commanded the respect of that entire audience. That's why they call me the king of the stage, you see.
So you're saying you didn't have a single line?
I intended to catch up with Julie during the Ripple Estate soiree and persuade her to come with me to stir up Sichia's twilight once more. A pity. What a pity! Julie, how else shall I mourn you?
If it is true, everyone will need a long time to heal from this loss. Mr. Leon, maybe we all just need some time.
Ah, another who understands the art of pacing. In that case, I'll stop bothering you. May we see each other again at the next dawn's first light.
Tommy, are you doing all right?
Thank you for helping me get that dramatic PC to leave. He flung himself on the suitcase in mourning. I couldn't pull him off. So unpumped. If Madame Julie were here, she'd have something to say.
Thanks for helping, Pommy. You've got to keep the peace and stop the news from starting a panic. Jenny trusted us to investigate the case of the missing journal. We've got to get to the bottom of this and uncover the truth about Madame Julie's murder.
I believe in you. If Madame Julie were here, she wouldn't want me to be so down either. If you need to know anything, just ask me.
Okay. Charlie already filled us in. Before the two of you switched shifts, did anything strange happen?
I don't think so. I usually patrol the Savoring Garden around 12 o'clock. Every time I make sure to check Madame Julie's things according to the list. I've never noticed any of her things go missing. Besides, only a few PCs pass through this area during the day. At night, it's just me on the night shift. A robbery's never taken place here before. I can't believe this is all happening before the Ripple Estate soiree. Never mind that. I'll take you there. You can investigate anything you need to.
Is that...
What are you talking about? Wait, this really is Madame Julie's journal. But Charlie clearly confirmed this journal was missing that day.
A journal that was lost accidentally and without a trace, but then suddenly reappeared as if by magic? Pommy, Momo, let's go investigate and see if we can dig up any useful clues about this. Did it get stained somehow? Huh. It smells like a special fragrance. Ooh, this is heavy. Is this Madame Julie's jewelry box?
A super diva's jewelry box! Just as glamorous and mysterious as a pirate's treasure.
It's a design sketchbook. It must be full of the Sovereign of Sexy's great ideas. These creases are pretty new. Someone must have gone through it not long ago. Homie, do PCs usually read Madame Julie's journal?
No! How could anyone be so rude as to look through her personal belongings?
In that case, I think these new creases were most likely made by the thief. If they stole the journal to read it, why did they return it?
Then that stain on it must have been left by the thief too. It smells good. What is that stuff?
Let me smell it. Oh, isn't this the special blend Super Scented Palm? The two main ingredients are Super Duper Palmed and One Breath Bliss. The scent is designed to last an extremely long time.
Whoa! Hold on! What is with these names? Does no one here know how to name a detergent properly?
Coming up with names was actually Madame Julie's strength, but since she's left, we've had to name them ourselves.
I think Super Duper Palmed is a really cool name if you ask me. Did you come up with that one all by yourself?
I did indeed. The Super Duper Palm detergent is a new product developed specifically for the Ripple Estate soiree. It brings together the power of all the detergent experts in Ripple Estate. So, obviously, I needed to win the press-off competition against Charlie so I can finally get the naming rights.
So you decide naming rights just as professionally as you decide names.
Super Duper Palm doesn't smell like much of anything on its own, but when you mix it together with other detergents, it has the power to enhance their effects. I can't think of any better name for something so palmed. But its effect isn't very stable yet, and can be a bit too powerful. Sometimes, the smell of the Super Scented Palm blend will hang around for days and days. So all the different formulas for Super Duper Palmed are still being adjusted. You can't even buy it yet.
Wait, if these detergents aren't on the market yet, how did they end up on this journal? Pommy, is there any other way to get super scented palmed?
Well, I remember now. It was about 3 days before the train arrived. With dawn's first light, we let everyone try a batch of super scented pomade.
Dawn's first light. Oh, I get it. 1 bottle of detergent in the morning, right? A bottle at dawn keeps you fresh all day long.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good slogan. That's right. Dawn's first light is a tradition of the Ripple Estate soiree. Starting a week before the official celebration, we let everyone sample the latest detergents every morning.
So this thief arrived at Ripple Estate 3 days before Julie's Special Express. If they stole the journal and put it back, they might have taken other things during those 3 days too. We've investigated this area. Momo, let's check the other things we found earlier to see if they have the same scent.
So, the thief stole some other things too. Detective Nikki, any theories?
Yes, I have some ideas. But first, I want to ask, Pommy, if you used super scented pomade and then touched Momo, would he have a strong smell too?
No way! If picking it up were that easy, the entire Ripple Estate would smell like this by now. Really though, I'd have to play Move and Groove with Momo the whole entire night before he'd even get super scented.
Then my idea must be correct. The thief most likely... They came several times to look through everything.
Huh? But if it's true they were only looking, the scent wouldn't be that strong, would it?
Maybe not. I guess... Several times over the course of those 3 days, they'd steal an item, take it back, examine it, and return it. Because they kept the stolen items with them for a while, they all picked up the strong smell of super scented pomade.
That makes sense. But why would the thief do that?
Because they didn't want anyone to find out the items were missing. For whatever reason, this thief doesn't want to actually take these things. Rather, they were looking for something inside. By stealing, studying, and then returning them, they hoped to get a good look at these items without being discovered by other PCs. And their scheme worked the first 2 times. No one noticed her jewelry box or design sketchbook went missing. Yet, the theft of the journal was discovered. Possibly because... Charlie's more familiar with Madame Julie's things, so she noticed the missing journal.
No, only the night patrol route passes through here. That's my usual route. I'd know it way better than Charlie would.
You're right. Oh, wait, I've got it. It's more likely because... there was a difference in patrol times. Pommy usually patrols here around 12 at night, but Charlie said she arrived here at 9 and found the journal missing. At first, the thief likely took advantage of the patrol schedule, stealing the items after midnight and returning them before 12 the following night.
Oh, so every time Pommy patrolled, everything was neat and tidy. He couldn't have noticed anything.
Right, but the thief wouldn't know that Charlie switched to the night shift the day before Julie's Special Express arrived. Charlie patrols differently than Pommy, so Charlie got here earlier. At 9 o'clock, the thief hadn't had time to put the journal back, so Charlie noticed something was wrong.
Oh, we were so busy afterward that we never came back here to check. So it wasn't until you came to investigate that the journal had reappeared.
That's right. If my reasoning is correct, the thief probably has no idea they've been discovered. They might even come back here to strike again.
You're right. Detective Nikki, let's keep watch here tonight. We have to catch this awful thief red-handed.
When I turn around...
Julie, don't know her. I am just here to see if Ripple Estate's new detergent selection is worth stocking. That's all.
Oh, you don't know Julie? Well, that's... It's gotten so late already. Is there anything worth seeing around here?
Late. Everyone is usually up at this hour in Sichia, aren't they?
Oh, brother. The awkwardness here is palpable.
Do you two sightsee this late at night often?
We just happened to run into each other. She's visiting Sichia too, so I was just saying hello. My name is Leora. I'm part of the backstage crew for a theater troupe in Sichia.
The name's Colleen, the owner of the Nightshade Lounge. If you're ever in Sichia, your yellow friend there can come get a couple bottles on the house.
A pleasure, Leora. Miss Colleen. As Deputy Patrol Officer, I'd like to ask some routine questions. So, why are you both out here in the middle of the night?
Checking on the local night blooming berries. As for her, I'm not sure why she was following me.
Following you?
Don't get me wrong, I just happened to bump into her. Being invited to help with the stage setup for the Ripple Estate soiree was an honor, but this brand new environment, the nighttime routes, open field lighting, there are a lot of challenges. I needed to do some prep work.
And the route you planned for the stage just happened to be the same one I was taking.
Now I'm curious. What kind of berries need nighttime inspections? Sounds like an excuse from someone up to no good.
The Nightshade Lounge is open at nighttime. The state of my raw ingredients is more potent at night than during the day.
They're both a bit suspicious. Neither one of them has a solid alibi. What do we do, Nikki?
Let me think. You two, when did you arrive at the estate?
Let me think. I was told that Julie's Special Express arrived 2 days after I got to the Ripple Estate.
Yeah, that's about right.
If what they're saying is actually true, then that would mean that neither of them could have used super scented pond. Therefore, there's no possible way they could be the thief we've been looking for.
Can anyone vouch for your arrival times?
Everyone arriving from Sichia has to take the choo-choo train at Golden Fields. It's possible that one of the PCs there would have remembered me.
When I arrived at Golden Fields, a PC named Windy struck up a conversation with me.
Noted. I have no more questions for now. Good night. Get some sleep. By the way, there are lots of new decorations in the Ripple Estate. It'd be easy to break something. If you go out at midnight, please ask a staff member to join you.
It looks like we should go and check in with Windy. That way we can be absolutely sure whether they're telling us the truth, or if they might have been hiding something all along. Nikki, let's head to Golden Fields after sunrise.
Back then, Mr. Simon told me, "Kid, you've got a nose better than a floof's and a head more stuffed with ideas than a newsroom trash can. It'd be a criminal waste of talent if you don't become a news writer." From that day on, I resolved to become a PC worthy of those words. I'm going to become the most successful news scooper out there.
A single sentence from Madame Julie opened my eyes. Now, I've poured out the stories I've held in for decades, and I want to try songwriting.
It's a shame that the ones we chose to admire have both met with misfortune.
Tommy, don't say things like that.
Misfortune? Did something happen to Madame Julie? All I heard them say was that her trip got delayed.
No, not Madame Julie. It was Cersei who met with misfortune, which led to Juliet's retirement. That's what Snapshot Tommy's been claiming all along, right?
Hey, what do you mean, claiming? I have proof. Let me find it. Here's the newspaper from back then.
So it is true. Cersei was also a star from Prosperville. They weren't just from the same place. They were best friends. Like twin wheat stalks, together through rain or shine. Until one stalk breaks in the storm, lost without a trace. How lonely the other must have been.
Madame Julie always truly admired Cersei. When everyone thought Juliet would be the obvious choice for the leading role in As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom, Juliet just smiled before pushing Cersei to the front of the stage. Like one stalk of wheat quietly supporting another, helping her stand straight and dazzling. But who could have predicted a disaster that even the toughest wheat stalks couldn't withstand? Every time Cersei was mentioned, Madame Julie would sigh. Of all the drifting wheat seeds, none would ever grow like Cersei.
Mr. Leon knew the both of them too.
Ah, that one. He wasn't ever famous, but he had that flair for the dramatic and loved all sorts of excitement. I never could have imagined that the PC born from his suit would be cut from the exact same cloth, so to speak.
Insider drops major bombshell. 3 years ago, the two of them... Hey! The rest of the page is an ad! I guess I shouldn't expect much more from a tabloid filler page.
That's commercialization!
We can't be sure if this was the reason for Juliet's retirement, but I'm sure the death of her best friend would have been a huge blow.
You also think this might be related to her retirement, don't you? And now, all this terrible business with Julie.
Yes. Rumors about Madame Julie are everywhere.
Wow, Nikki, that was a nice save.
So why not go somewhere else to learn about her and Cersei's past? Pestering one PC over and over won't be as efficient as asking around. Right, Wendy?
Huh? I don't mind sharing any of the stories I have about them. It's pretty boring in the field all by myself. But if you want to learn more about Cersei and Juliet, it might be worth it to head to the Windrider Mill and ask around there. Many of the PCs born from the original residents of Prosperville's clothing live right around there.
Whoa! That's a great idea! I can already smell the warm scent of wheat! I would bet 500 blings that the truth is hidden over there.
Whatever's there, just remember, Tommy. Even though you're investigating the truth, you still need to be very careful about the things you say and ask.
I understand. I'm off to Windrider Mill to put my best button forward. Catch you later.
Oh, I thought he'd never leave. Now we can finally ask Wendy when the other PCs got here without any distractions.
Nikki, Momo, are you here to listen to stories too?
Wendy, Momo and I love your stories, but something has come up at the Ripple Estate soiree.
That's right. A thief has their eyes on some stuff inside the estate, and we're helping Jenny with a secret investigation.
Ah, no wonder Jenny said to keep an eye on PCs going in and out of there, and to make sure they don't run off. Huh, ask away. Whatever whispers I've heard lately, I promise to tell you.
Do you know Leora? She's from Sichia. She has orange hair, red-framed sunglasses, and a red flower on her chest. When did she get here?
Ah, so Leora's her name. I remember. She arrived here 2 days before Julie's special express, sometime in the morning, I believe. She was in a hurry at first, but she stopped when she saw all of the wheat. Although she didn't say a word, I know the wind must have said a lot to her. We chatted for a moment, and she even gave me a book called Sichia Midnight Stories, saying she often read it while traveling.
If she only just arrived, then the culprit must be a different PC.
Makes sense. We should ask about when the other PCs arrived.
Wendy, do you know when Colleen arrived?
She's a cold, confident PC who wears a black tie, black gloves, and a small blue velvet hat on her head.
I remember. She arrived 2 days before Julie's special express. I think it was in the afternoon. She did look cold, but the way she picked up each of the wheat grains was surprisingly gentle. To me, her heart seemed to be so much softer than she looks.
Well, if it's not Leora or Colleen, then maybe we should ask more about when Tommy and Mr. Leon got there.
Okay. Wendy, do you remember when Tommy arrived at Golden Fields? The one you spoke to just now?
Let me think. I can't remember the exact time, but I remember that he definitely arrived earlier than Leora and Colleen. As soon as he got here, he started taking pictures, and even asked if I was willing to be interviewed on camera.
What about Mr. Leon? He's the PC who speaks super dramatically. The one who always wears a green plaid hat and a monocle.
Huh. Did I see a PC like that? From your description, he sounds like a very special gentleman. Like he just stepped out of a poster. If I could see the outfit he wore again, I might be able to remember.
No problem. I'll give it a try.
Every stalk of wheat will try its best to remember Mr. Leon. I just need to see that stylish outfit that looks like it stepped out of a poster one more time. Oh, it was that gentleman. He arrived 4 days before Julie's special express. I saw him that night. He looked kinda, not used to our weather. He kept wiping his forehead with his hanky. Tommy had just arrived too. He was snapping photos in the wheat field. When that gentleman saw him, he sprinted away as fast as he could. I'm sure he didn't want to be caught on camera all sweaty and dusty.
4 days earlier, huh? That means between Tommy and Leon, either one could be our guy.
Thanks a bunch, Wendy. You've been a huge help. Let's go back to Ripple Estate and have a serious chat with those two.
No problem. When you figured it out, come back to me. I've got a haystack full of stories waiting for you. Promise.
no. No one understands my experiment. Scraps are crazy things. They could be lifesavers or a proof of death.
Will the curtain never rise again? Will we get to experience that era once more? Madame Julie, enlighten me. How do we start the ball?
Why do you bring up Julie? Oh, Julie would understand. Suitcase is full of rags. Just like my lab. My lab! A time to experiment!
Brand new day.
No one understands my experiment. Scraps are crazy things. They can be lifesavers or a proof of death.
Will the curtain never rise again? Will we get to experience that era once more? Madame Julie, enlighten me. How do we start the ball?
Why do you bring up Julie? Oh, Julie would understand. Suitcase is full of rags. Just like my lab. My lab! A time to experiment!
Oh no, what do we do?
Mommy, what on earth happened here? Who is this Forgotten? And Jenny, what does she mean?
Nikki! Oh, thank goodness, I feel much better after seeing you. May I introduce Quirky Gordon? He specializes in fabrics. He could take a look at Madame Julie's scraps. Maybe find a clue or two? I don't know what happened. I think we're fine at first, but now, boom, uttering gibberish. Take a look at them. I think they're hallucinating.
This seems oddly familiar. Wait, way back when we fixed the choo-choo train, wasn't old Fanny Packy acting like this too?
Right! The Bonergy! He just used that weird detergent Nana mixed up. After that, he started hallucinating like crazy.
Oh no, what if something's wrong with Dawn's first light? I was busy getting ready for the Ripple Estate soiree this morning, so I skipped it. When I got here, everything was a mess. Today... Right, Charlie was in charge of Dawn's first light. What happened? Where could she have gone?
Oh no. What if someone spiked the Dawn's first light detergent? Okay, Pommy, we've got to fix this. I think Nana once made a PC refreshing detergent. It cleared old Fanny Packy's head right up.
That makes sense. I have all the ingredients. I'll start on a batch right now. Nikki, can you help me press these? We've got to be fast.
You got it.
Nikki, can you help me press these? We're running out of time.
Whew. Oh, I think that should be enough. Nikki, this detergent can refresh PCs. We have to get this to everyone as fast as we possibly can.
Juliet? Why is the audience laughing at me? Well, you're just so perfect. You don't even know who I am, do you? Ugh, gross. This tastes awful. As awful as my jokes.
Ow! Who's nibbling on my wheat field? So many. So yellow. Bling. Paint. Yes! More! Give me more sparkly, sparkly yellow!
Julie.
Looks like it'll take a while for them to bounce back. Momo, let's help the others while they soak.
The 18th detergent. The Ripple Estate Soiree's music sheet. Watering the stone heart with straw. The strongest scent is ready. But you never came back. I will just soak it in then. Oh, the strongest detergent really has no fragrance. It's not really meant for pleasure.
Charlie, I brought some mind-clearing detergent. Let's put this on instead, okay? At least it should make you feel better.
This is my 18th detergent. Who's there? Huh? Nikki and Momo. By the Silver Gale. Sorry, I totally lost it. What's wrong with me? What happened?
It looks like the Dawn's First Light detergent went bad. Lots of PCs got poisoned. How are you feeling now?
Thanks for asking. Oh gosh, I feel absolutely terrible. I made certain I was especially careful with today's Dawn's First Light. The recipe, the testing, bottling it all up. Every step was perfectly meticulous. Oh, if Madame Julie saw all this...
Don't blame yourself, Charlie. If Madame Julie were here in this moment, she'd say, constantly doubting your own ability? That's not how a true savorist behaves. There's been so many recent cases. Maybe the poisoning of the detergent vintage was the culprit's doing too.
That makes sense. Charlie, think carefully. Has anything suspicious happened lately?
Whoa, hang on a minute. My brain's a mess right now. The detergent that was tested this morning was mixed last night. So if someone messed with it, it had to be last night. But why would they? Oh no! With the Ripple Estate in such chaos, the culprit might be going around stealing things right now. I'm going to call Palmy right this second to check the savoring garden. We don't know who's behind this yet, but the Ripple Estate will never allow such reckless behavior. No one messes with Madame Julie's stuff.
Momo, we should go too. The wind is picking up. Momo, be careful. Don't blow away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
There you are. I'm so glad to see you both. Folks are finally bouncing back, and Charlie's up and about again. What a relief.
Sorry about earlier. Not my finest moment. Hold on. I brought the group photo with me. Let's check it to see if anything's missing.
No problem. I can take a look now.
There you are. I'm so glad to...
Sorry about
No problem. Hold on a minute. A scarf is missing? Huh. I don't remember seeing it during our last investigation.
No way. If something had been off, I definitely would have noticed. Let me double check. This scarf. I don't think it's even part of Madame Julie's collection.
Huh?
I'm not seeing it on the list that Pommy gave me, and I'm fairly certain I didn't see it on the day in question. Pommy, did you see it?
I really don't know. I make sure to count Madame Julie's stuff on every patrol, so I'm positive nothing's ever gone missing. But if something brand new just showed up, I wouldn't have caught that.
The journal disappeared and came back. This scarf popped up before vanishing. Wait, I think I understand now. The scarf belongs to... Charlie, could your friend have left it behind?
Unlikely. This scarf looks like it was made in Sichia, and none of my friends wear anything like that. Besides, if someone lost a scarf, they'd ask me to help find it, and not try to sneak it back.
It belongs to the thief.
What?
Detective Nikki's onto something. Tell us what you're thinking. My ears are twitching with curiosity.
All right. From what we know, the thief attended the Dawn's Burst Light event in which Super Scented Pommed was distributed. That means they got here at least 4 days before Julie's Special Express. They probably came to steal Madame Julie's belongings. Then, when they got here, they figured out Pommy's patrol pattern and midnight rounds. During the day, the area's too crowded with staff and guests, so that means there's no chance to dig around unnoticed.
So, they waited for nightfall to strike.
Right. After Palmy's patrol, maybe around dawn, the thief stole Madame Julie's journal. They made sure to return the journal before Palmy's next check. No one even noticed. But after handling the super-scented Pommed, the stolen item picked up that signature scent.
Ah, of course, I make sure to count the items, but I don't usually sniff them. I had no idea it smelled out of the ordinary.
Even if you had, who would care? Everything was technically still there, right? Then the thief came back to steal a second item this time, and tried to do the exact same thing again. Except this time, the thief really messed up, because they left behind evidence. This scarf. Except, you take your duties seriously, Palmy, and always check all of Madame Julie's things. But I'm sure extra items can be pretty hard to notice sometimes. That's how they got away. But their luck couldn't last forever. Fortunately for our investigation, Charlie managed to snap a photo while showing her friend around that day. And thanks to that, Charlie ended up on the night patrol, which led to the missing journal being discovered. Sticking to routine, the clueless thief returned it before midnight and reset the scene. So when we came to investigate, nothing—
Whoa! They almost got away with it! If Charlie hadn't switched shifts and noticed the journal was missing, even finding the extra scarf from the photo wouldn't have raised any alarms.
But just like any other bad seed, it was bound to sprout trouble again. Actions have consequences after all. Based on the time they arrived in the abandoned district, we can rule out Leora and Colleen. This scarf also gives us just enough evidence to identify the thief. Mr.
No way! That annoying PC? He'd hang around me all the time. I'm positive he wasn't the one wearing that scarf.
Let me think. It was Tommy. I remember now. When we first met at the train station, he had this exact scarf tied around his camera.
Nikki, you're amazing. We would have been totally fooled without you. But
there's only one way to find out. Momo, let's go have a little chat with Tommy.
Oh, I saw him, over by the platform. From the moment everything went sideways, Cooling's had him cornered. I'm going in too. Let's catch him.